So what were those projects? What did they deal with?
One was a standard around discontinued operations, right? So the standard came out that basically changed the criteria of when we would account for a discontinued operation below the line. And one of the reasons they did it is, number one, when they started to look at the use of the standard, they realized that it was getting a little, I'd say, crazy, right? A lot of people were putting things in the discontinued operations bucket that probably really, if you thought about substance over form, didn't meet the criteria. So they have actually made it more difficult, at least that's what they're trying to do, to actually record something as a discontinued operation and pull it below the line. One of the other things that they did was they eliminated the concept of a development stage entity. So a development stage entity under US GAAP basically has these reporting requirements that require a company to record their cumulative losses from their inception to date, right? So I've been out talking and I met a gentleman who has had to do cumulative to date reporting for 30 years because it's a development stage entity. It's not generating revenue to meet the requirement. So now all of a sudden he's doing reporting for 30 years of cumulative losses. It was barbaric. So, and if you look at IFRS, there is no such thing as a development stage entity. So in 2014, the standard came out that basically eliminates the concept of a development stage entity. So we're in line with IFRS and we're reducing the cost and complexity of reporting around development stage entities. So that's another one. Now there is the first accounting standard update that came out this year in 2015 was also a result of this initiative, and that is basically taking another below the line number and getting rid of it, and that's extraordinary items. Because what they basically said is if we look at this and we look at the requirement for when do I report something as an extraordinary item, and to have to go through and basically look at do I meet the criteria or not was timely, it was complex, it was costly to have to think about. And they basically said at the end of the day, there's not a lot really of activities that really should qualify in this bucket. So they've eliminated extraordinary items. So those are some of the things that we've already seen. There's a couple of the projects on board that they're still working on.